Where's QuickTime? Broadcast videos live. Hey guys, give me a second here. Just going to start up my recording, and then we'll go. Recording from SFQT. Shoot. Just about ready here. New audio recording. I don't have Lawrence, of course. Start that. All right. Put that here. And welcome to the Tweeting Warrior videocast with Brad Hutchings and J. Cobb. We're videocasting live on YouTube today from 17 to 2 p.m. Pacific. We're going to have a great time today. If you're watching this, please share a link with your friends. Cobb is off this week and next week. No, he's just off this week. He was off last week. Anyway, sitting in for Cobb this week is Lawrence Ross. I would ask Lawrence how he's doing, but he's not sitting in yet. So if I were Lawrence, I'd say, hey, great to be live on the YouTube with the TMV, Brad. Hey, everybody out there in Warrior Land. Welcome to the Tweeting Warrior videocast, home of the premier source of sports fan fiction. All right, here's how to interact with us today. To tweet our show, hashtag TheTMV. Call into the show with the GoToMeeting app for your phone, tablet, Mac, or PC. Our meeting ID today is 499-811-893. So anyway, Lawrence, when you get here, I'm going to thank you for helping me out and hope you're ready to do this thing. And if you were here and you're ready to do this thing, you'd say, hell yeah, let's do it. All right, so we're going to do the... Winners of the week.
Monday's winner is no stranger to the Twitter Hat Trick Clubhouse leaderboard. DJ Carlisle won his 13th Twitter Hat Trick contest, reminding all of the J More Sports listeners that there are actually 2 DJs in the Twitter Hat Trick Club. Follow DJ on Twitter at DJ Carlisle. You are a hat trick winner. Yes, sir. No, sir. Sir Vegas won Tuesday's Twitter Hat Trick competition. His first. Sir Vegas just burst onto the scene lately and has been killing it. I guess Sir Gumbo needs to get at it to remind us that there's another Sir in the Twitter Hat Trick Club as well. Follow Sir Vegas on Twitter at Sir Vegas. You are a hat trick winner. Wednesday's winner not only won the follow from JJ and the Pro Flower Sherry's Berries gift card, but Wednesday's winner would also win JJ's handwritten set list from a corporate gig J Moore did in downtown Phoenix. According to my timeline, winning the set list appeared to be Cheech's idea, and Cheech himself actually put himself in strong position to win the set list. But oh no, Canada's own Mead and Deed swooped in from the Great White North to snatch up that set list. Determined he was, he also snatched up his 6th Twitter Hat Trick win. Follow Mead on Twitter at Mead and Deed. He's also a long-time TheTMV contributor, so I'm sure you're already well acquainted with Mead. You are a hat trick winner. Thursday saw Spapeldink earn Brockovich win his 2nd/17th Twitter Hat Trick Championship. Congrats to you, fearless leader. Follow Spapeldink on Twitter and Drew Arnakovich too. Spapple Drew, you are a hat trick winner. On Friday, we saw Frank Drebin win his 4th Twitter hat trick. 4th? Crap. Now he's got one more than I do. I'm going back to work on some tweets, guys. Follow Frank on Twitter at Frank Drebin. But do not follow at Frank Drebin8. He's an imposter, some Euro-loving soccer bloke, or some Euro soccer-loving bloke. Follow the real one. Lieutenant, you are a hat trick winner.
hey guys, just going to try to get my GoToMeeting ID on here. Got a little issue with Google. There you go. There's a GoToMeeting ID. I'm going to skip to my take. We're waiting for Lawrence to join us at some point here. So we'll skip to my take right now. Brad's take. So if you saw me tweet last night, you know I was a happy fan. I expected Seattle to punch Denver in the face, build a lead, and try to contain Manning through the first half. I then expected Denver to get things together and make it an interesting game after halftime. I felt that the key to the game would be how well the Seattle defense adjusted to Denver's halftime offense adjustment. But what happened was slightly different. Seattle defense punched Denver in the mouth and kept punching. Seattle offense worked competently to build a lead. And Percy Harvin put Denver away on the second half kickoff. What we learned last night is that physical defense takes control and speed absolutely kills. This Seahawks team is very similar to what Pete Carroll did at USC, and this game was reminiscent of the 55-19 beatdown of Oklahoma in the 2005 National Championship. Sorry, Hato's daddy, Hato's mommy, and little Hayden for that memory. More similarities and notes. At USC, Coach Carroll won an AP National Championship in his third year, won the BCS in his fourth, and was 4th and 2 away from another BCS championship in his fifth. He's made similar quick progress with Seattle. In 2007, Super Bowl MVP Malcolm Smith was a true freshman reserve linebacker at USC and played in all 13 games. Starters that year were Brian Cushing, walk-on Clay Matthews III, and Keith Rivers. Smith, the younger brother of the tough USC receiver Steve Smith, went on to have 3 nice years at USC. He was not invited to the NFL Combine and taken in the 7th round by the Seahawks as a value pick Pete Carroll knew well. Other notable Pac-12 players on the Seahawks making big contributions to the victory yesterday: Jerome Kearse, of course, Doug Baldwin, Richard Sherman, Marshawn Lynch, fellow linebacker from USC Mike Morgan, defensive tackle Brandon Mebane, Walter Thurmond, and center Max Unger. One other note, there was a story yesterday about how Peyton Manning's teammates get a little annoyed with his intensity, his riding them, and his micromanaging. I think it's absolutely wonderful that Pete Carroll's positive, pumped and jacked, energetic style was on the winning side of this beatdown. Less of Peyton, more of Pete. Oh, let's see here. Who do we got? Who might we have next? Hey, I should invite you guys to call up on GoToMeeting. You get the GoToMeeting app, and then you're going to go to meeting ID 499-811-893, and that'll let you talk to me. Really love to have you. Let's go on to some other things here. Let's see. We're waiting for Sloan Phillips at the bottom of the hour. He's going to join us. Calls, tweets, and topics. How about we do Manuel and Gardena right now? So we have two wraps from Manuel and Gardena. This would be his Week 3 wrap and his Week 4 wrap that didn't get on J-More Sports. So we'll do the Week 3 wrap right now. Manuel and Gardena.
Much love to all the Warriors, first off, because you guys are fam, the nation. Much love to Brad Hutchings and J. Cobb. As Jay Moore said, you know, hey, these guys are the guys that get it done. Much love to Jaramillo and all the other podcasters, and let's just keep it rolling for JJ, man. This is the greatest show, man. Like, I know I get so much personal pleasure from this show, and I think all of us in the nation can attest to that. I mean, it's just like there's times it might be 6 months. I mean, hell, I'm still on Long Island. That thing still makes me laugh, bro. So, I mean, these are like our memories. So that's all I got to say, man. I'm not going to get too crazy with it. But without further ado, here goes the rap, and here it goes. Well, A-Rod gets one season with no baseball helmets, as Wesley Weckler's rocking a fat Spaceballs helmet. Let me tell it, congrats to NFL bunches going retread steez to secure head punches. Jay pulled no punches. Caldwell's a bad.
That's really awful. Darn, we didn't get the whole rap. You know what? We can redo that. Wow, not good. Let me get the raw rap file here, and let's see here. Why did that? You know what? That stinks. I guess I didn't get the whole rap. Darn. Things are not going too good today. Let's see here. Lawrence can't get in. I'm waiting for Sloan. Sloan, pick me up, buddy. You're going to be here in 4 minutes anyway. We could try something else here. We could try. Let's go with his hour 4 rap. Let's see if I did that one any better. Ick.
Romeo Cornell is back. He's got to coordinate defensive schemes for H-Town's Texans. But wait, no truth to the rumors. He moonlights as Grimace for Mickey D's kiddies. But we shall witness a wicked D-line. So rewind, straight swerving. I'm taking the Seahawks aboard CPT Sherman Tank and David Canales, Carson's own quality control coach for Carroll as they roll to the Super Bowl. Ball hawking D makes turnovers easy. They're gonna conquer it like my boy Toy Cook. DB extraordinaire, made man with a ring, son. But piece of Jim Gene Simmons. It's Cassius versus Sonny Liston at 9 to 12 every day. AM MA on 5/7 day with Matty, Tui Ramos, Vito, Lingard, and Jay repping LA. Plus Twitter hat trickers causing the Snickers for us all. With the interns rolling deep and thicker than a Peter Pan peanut butter on J More Sports, the best show going, brother.
Wow, that was awesome work, Manny. That's great. Manuel and Gardena. That's your guy. Of course, you heard his Week 5 rap. That was really excellent, too. In fact, it was so good Friday. I think he was star of the show, which is, yeah, hey, that's wonderful for him. Waiting on Sloan Phillips, a.k.a. Virginia Gamecock, to join me in 2 minutes. Would really like your calls right now to GoToMeeting. That would save my butt. 499. Actually, it's a GoToMeeting ID is 499-811-893. Let's see, what else have I got here on the board? Should we do Cobb's missed connections? Yeah, why not? I'm burning all this stuff early, but we'll do missed connections from Cobb. Rapid fire missed connections. Rapid fire missed connections.
And now it's time to bring you Rapid Fire Missed Connections. Friday, we had a great story on the Top 5 of 5 brought to you by Dan Beyer. It was about a German cow who inadvertently started a barn fire with cow farts. And yes, that's what happened on Top 5 of 5. And so we had a lot of great tweets about it. And not only did we have great tweets, we had great songs that could be interpreted as rapid fire misconnections. Our first one comes to us from longtime tweeter David Steinmetz. His tweet goes, "We didn't fight the fire. It was always burning since the milk's been churning. We didn't fight the fire. We didn't light it. We've been trying to fight it." I added that second part. But yeah, you get it. On this same story, we have the TMV's own Brad Hutchings. Brad, I don't know how to do this one. The barn is burning.
Okay, you know what? Cobb butchered this. He didn't even know the song. It's Burning Sky by Bad Company. So you can listen to the rest of Cobb butchering this, and then maybe I'll sing it later.
Said our farts on fire. Massage was working. Top 5 at 5 with Danny Beyer. Brad, just do that one. You always do your own better than I can do yours. I'll go ahead and just skip over to Macho Hombre Sports has an AC/DC remix. This is I don't have to tell you the song is. You'll figure it out. She was a masseuse machine. She kept the bowels clean. She was the best damn awesomeness that I've ever seen. It's pretty fantastic. She was a masseuse machine. She kept the bowels clean. She was the best damn awesomeness that I ever seen. I should have worked on that. That one I could have made a lot better. Another missed opportunity for rapid fire was the Brokeback Mountain going to Broadway. Broadway Brokeback Mountain, something like that. And JJ had his little take, and that was funny. I think it was probably something from Phantom of the Opera. It was like, I wish I knew how to quit you. Maybe that was Evita. I don't know. Was that Evita or Phantom? Les Mis? Was it? No, it wasn't Les Mis. It wouldn't have been Les Mis. Anyway, my take would have been using the same lyrics but putting them inside of West Side Story. I wish I knew how to quit it, you. I wish I knew how to quit it, you. I wish I knew how to quit it, you. I wish I knew how to quit it, you. And there you have it, everybody. Rapid fire misconnections.
Well, trying to unmute you here, Sloan, but I think you've muted yourself. That's not good. Unmute you. There we go. Think I heard you?
Oh, shit.
Whoa! We got an S-bomb on there. What's up, Sloan? Oh, you don't hear me. You can talk. All right. Well, he's getting his microphone working here. Let's see here. He's got to get his headphones working. All right, I'm gonna mute him while he's getting that working. That's good. You're muted, Sloan. Let's see here. Well, we got. I saw Cobb bump in on the GoToMeeting, and I see somebody else calling in right here on GoToMeeting. Maybe we'll be able to go to them in a minute. Sloan, if you could wave at me or something when you get your headphones working, and then or unmute yourself or do something. There's J Cobb. J Cobb is called in. J Cobb, can I hear you? Of course I can't hear you. Why not? Because none of this is working today. Beautiful. This goes to built-in line goes to GT. Who do I hear?
Brad.
Sloan. I hear Sloan. That's good. What's up, man? Okay, what's up, man? I'll hear somebody.
Alright, I got nothing.
You no sound or what?
This.
Shoot. No sound. Beautiful. Well, we could hear him. This is nice. I have messed up the GoToMeeting thing. I really want Cobb to come on. Somebody's come on with no name on GoToMeeting. Why is it I can't? This is a disaster. Absolute disaster. Beautiful. Now you get to watch Brad trying to figure this garbage out. Built-in line in goes to SFGT. I don't think that's right. I don't think that's right. I think that's a loop. Darn it, darn it, darn it. What would that should be, let's see here. Hangouts. So wait, so GTM should be the line, no. GTM should go there, but this built-in line input should not go to GTM. It should go to Hangouts, QuickTime, and the headset. Hey, can I hear anybody on GoToMeeting right now? How about now? Okay, I hear somebody. Who's talking? Who's talking?
Beautiful.
I'm talking.
Now you get to watch Brad.
All right, GoToMeeting, guys. You need to, whoever's unnamed on GoToMeeting, you need to turn off the YouTube.
I don't think that's right.
Yep, whoever's on GoToMeeting that's not Jake Cobb, you need to turn off the YouTube and listen on the GoToMeeting. I think I've got you here. As for Jake Cobb, can you unmute and talk to me, buddy? Jake Cobb, what's up?
What's up, Brad?
What's up, Jake Cobb? Thank you for saving our show.
How's everything going?
It's going absolutely terrible, believe it or not.
I don't believe it.
I do. I absolutely do believe it. We, our seems like Google is having technical issues today. Lawrence cannot get in on Google Hangouts. Sloan got in, but Sloan didn't have a headset or something like that, and so I got a lot of sniffling and coughing. So that wasn't any good.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you at right now?
Okay. I'm sitting in the parking lot. I need to leave in about 5 minutes for a call.
Yes,
So-
Darren Trader tweets at Brad
I'm hanging
Hutchings.
out on GoToMeeting.
You're hanging out on GoToMeeting. Darren Schrader tweets at me. S word! Exclamation, 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 exclamation. Hashtag the TMP. I totally agree. Schrader
He's
also.
quoting you.
I think he. Well, actually, I think he was quoting. I think he was quoting Sloan. Who do we got here? Oh, we got. Oh, Sloan just called in on GoToMeeting. What's up, buddy?
Gentlemen, how are we?
I think we're doing pretty good. Cobb, I'm gonna mute you. Are you? So you're there for a couple minutes, and then you got to go to a call. Is that what I understand?
Yeah, I want to hang out for 2 minutes. I'm going to actually get going.
All right. Tell you what. I'm just gonna mute you so we don't get your.
I'll talk to you when you're all done.
All right. Sounds cool. Let's mute you.
See you later.
I think he was trying to say see you later before I just hit the mute button on him. All right. So, Sloan, tell me what's up with this Google Hangouts thing, because my buddy Lawrence cannot get in, and maybe I should tell Lawrence to get on GoToMeeting. You think?
Yeah, I'm trying it, sir, and it's just not. I mean, I did graduate from the University of South Carolina, so that might be a plus or a negative. I don't know. I'm just saying.
You know what? All this stuff is complicated. I actually didn't have the GoToMeeting working right until a couple minutes ago, and I was like, why don't I hear the GoToMeeting people? And it's because I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot.
All right, okay, I'm trying the Hangout thing again just to see. I mean,
it's all right. You know what? You
for some
sound
reason
you sound absolutely great here, so don't sweat that. Although somebody's coming up on Hangouts, that must have been you.
Yeah, but then it just cut out on me.
Ah, lovely.
Here.
Lovely,
Because,
lovely,
I
lovely.
mean, I know what you look like.
Yes.
I mean, it's in my dreams and on my screen, I know what you look like.
I'm haunting you. You know what's really confusing? Whoa! What's really confusing right now is the picture I see of myself is about 20 seconds behind. So I think maybe our I don't know. I think maybe our audio and video is a little messed up. Google's not having a good time today. What's going on? Well, just let's.
Maybe Google bet on the Broncos.
Probably. Let's. Yeah, I think the Seattle defense is getting in the way of our video cast here. Let's talk some sports. What's going on? Talk Super Bowl. Talk. I think I saw some South Carolina players, or one or two on the a Gamecock or two on the Seattle roster.
Yeah, Jean-Pierre. He's one of the. I think he's a guard. He played for us a few years back. He was undrafted out of South Carolina and got on. I think he's a center.
Yeah, yeah. He came in.
Yeah.
He came in to replace the. He was a backup center. He came in to replace whoever went down. Why do I want to say Unger, right?
Yeah. So I mean, that's always good. And they've had Sidney Rice for a few years. He was always a great wide receiver for us because I mean we could just, if it was first and goal, it was going to be just a jump ball pass to Sidney because he's about 7.5 feet tall, like all wide receivers should be, and but I think he's injured. If that was it. So, I don't know, Brad. The game, honestly, we had people over last night, and it was boring. I mean, they were just running up the score, which I like to see. I mean, I enjoyed it. A lot of the people that were hanging out with, they were like, "This is kind of boring." Blah blah. I'm like, well, I mean, Seattle's doing what they do. So I mean I liked it, but a lot of people were like, "Hey, it's boring."
So you had a bunch of people over, and nobody liked the football game you had on for them. That sounds rude to me.
Everybody was hanging out in the kitchen. We had like 400 kids down in the basement. I was just sitting in my easy chair, with a beer and some taquitos and some chicken wings, and just I was watching the Super Bowl. I mean, that's what I watch a lot of NFL, especially if college is still on. I mean, playoffs and Super Bowl, I watch it because that's when you get the best of the best, usually.
Well, on one side of the ball, anyway.
Yeah, I mean, you usually get at least some type of give and take back and forth, but from the opening snap, Brad. I was just like, wow. And then, I mean, watching Manning, he just looked really nervous. He was doing the stutter step that somebody said he always does. I was like, I've never seen him do that. I never saw him play the way he played. He just never got into a rhythm. And it's the biggest game of the season.
Yeah, well, I think Seattle just punched him in the mouth and kept punching. That's all I can say. I mean, I expected him to come out and do that because that was the only way you're going to beat the Broncos is to to try to rattle them and try to throw them off their game and try to make them make adjustments, and then of course punish them when they do anything. And that physical style of defense just took over. And I thought it was interesting at the end, with Manning complaining about the noise and stuff. I mean, that's football. I mean, why? How is that an excuse? How is that anything to complain about? I don't understand it.
Well, isn't it noisy? I mean, it's noisy when he played in Tennessee. It was noisy with 98,000 people, and now I think the UT Stadium is like 107,000. So every stadium you go to, Brad, it's going to be noisy. I mean, I'm sorry. I don't think that's an excuse. If he just said, hey, we came out and played awful, well, yeah, you did. So, I mean, he picked the wrong game to play awful.
Yeah, but he also said like people couldn't hear his adjustments and things like that. Like when he went to the very first play of the game, that I guess they couldn't hear the snap count or whatever. Well, if that's going to be a problem, you've got to adjust how you make your adjustments. I mean, you have to plan for that. That's just.
Yeah, but there's larger stadiums that he played in this year, Brad, that had to have been noisier. I mean,
yeah, absolutely.
And you have to have an adjustment. I mean, when things aren't going your way, you've got to be able to adjust and adapt and overcome.
The noise
I agree with you.
Noise can't be an excuse, and certainly it wasn't as noisy there as it would have been if they'd played in Seattle. And lots of teams had to do that. I didn't see anybody running the. I mean, they'd say that yes, the noise was a factor, but they also practiced for it. And it just seems.
Well, yeah. I mean, did San Francisco say it was really, really noisy or too noisy a couple weeks ago in Seattle? I mean, I think they said it was noisy, but I didn't see any missed snaps and safeties. I mean,
and that's
a freaking Super Bowl.
That's the difference between teams that lose games and losers. Is teams that lose games, like San Francisco, did not complain about the noise, did not whine about it, really didn't even acknowledge it, other than to say, yeah, it's noisy. Peyton goes into this whole thing about, yeah, well, the noise really got us. They couldn't hear the snap count, they couldn't hear this. That's what happened on the first play. Well, no, this is the problem with Peyton Manning. I think is. Yeah, you win and you're all happy and you're on top of the world and everything, but how you lose is important too, and if you lose and you just say, you know what, they just beat the shit out of us. That's really all they had to say. Pardon, and I apologize, Hato's mommy and daddy, for colorful language there. But that's what happened.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, I think you learn a lot about players, especially at the professional level and somewhat at the college level, when they lose, just as much as you learn from them when they win, or how they win and how they lose. And if you could say, yeah, Peyton's classy and, that's great, but at the end of the day, if he had taken more responsibility and said, hey, this is my team and, we never got into a rhythm and it's my fault, then I think you would have seen a lot of his players back him up and say, no, we lose as a team, we win as a team. I think that would have been better than coming out with these excuses. Well, then you should have been able to train, practice, and prepare. I mean, I think everybody was worried about the weather with all the stories. It didn't matter. I mean, did you guys prepare for the noise or the possibility of that it was going to be noisy? And I don't think I was.
Wow. I'm looking at tweets here, and Cobb has informed me that I played last week's winners. I didn't play this week's winners. Oh boy. Oh boy. Wow, this is not my day, dude. This is definitely not my day. You know what's so funny? Like, this is the funny part, right? The past 3 weeks I've had all the content, it's been flawless. It's been great. And I couldn't get the technology working. Well, okay, so this week I can't get the Google Hangouts working, but we fall back gracefully onto GoToMeeting, right? So you'd think that, I'd have all the other things that I thought I did right, All right, let's see here. Let me see if I can get this week's winners. He said it was last week's winners, so I guess at least I got this week's rapid fire misconnections. The sky is burning. Let's try winners here.
Winners of the week.
Okay, this goes on for 3 minutes, so I'm going to mute you, okay?
Okay.
All right, here you go.
On Monday, we saw Twitter Hat Trick Club leaderboard leader Andrew Ernakovich / Spappledink extend his overall lead with his 18th Twitter Hat Trick contest victory. We have a lot of catching up to do, guys. I think we all just play the zone, or maybe do a boxing one, something flying V, and maybe just get at this guy. It's going to take a lot to take this mother effer down. Anyway, Andrew Ernakovich, you are a hat trick winner.
Okay, let me pause this real quick. Here, I'll tell you. This actually is this week's winners, and the way I can tell is that Cobb gets progressively drunker as this goes on. It's amazing to listen to. Here you go.
On Tuesday, it was 2 times Tuesday because French Fry Phil, everyone's favorite Starchian, won his second Twitter hat trick contest. Way to go, Phil. Everyone always roots for you almost every day, except when I don't have a couple reads or something like that. French Fry Phil, you are a hat trick winner. Wednesday, we saw another great tweeter win his 13th Twitter hat trick contest. Drunk and Fit, who has probably been the hottest tweeter ever in this short amount of time that he's tweeted. Spectacular run on a great week. He got his 13th. This club is getting way too crowded with some top-notch guys. Cheech, you are a hat trick winner. Thursday, well, and then there's this guy. Thursday, Man of Letters won his 16th. That is, this week we have the first, second, and the guy who's tied for third each win this week. That is the first time that's happened, probably since January. Since last January, since when there was only like 3 Twitter hat trick winners in the Twitter hat trick club. This is pretty remarkable. Great week. Super Bowl week. Why not have a bunch of super tweeters on Super Bowl week? This is impressive. Man of Letters won his 16th Twitter hat trick. Man of Letters, you are a hat trick winner. And Friday, probably the best day of the week. Friday was the day that JJ put everybody to task, saying, hey, we need to get J Moore Sports simulcast on DirecTV or anywhere that'll have us. And Friday also happened to be the day that Sir Vegas won his second Twitter hat trick contest. Follow him on Twitter at Sir Vegas. You are a hat trick winner.
Hey, Sloan, you still there?
Yeah, I'm trying to find a tissue. I'm laughing so hard.
It was pretty funny. Hey, you know, I forgot to play your little header. I actually recorded a header for you. Let's play it.
Okay.
Special guest, Sloan Phillips.
How about that?
Nice.
I thought it
That
was.
was nice. That was good. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm still thinking. Cobber is just. It's like put down the Chardonnay. See,
I know.
Man? I mean,
I know. He's got the put down the wine coolers, buddy. That's yeah, actually, we got this. We have a take from him, which is it's even drunker and funnier. I mean, if you're listening for it, and we'll play it next hour. It actually goes on for almost 14 minutes, but we'll play it next hour. I have a few tweets to read here. Let's see here.
all right.
Of course, Cobb telling me that was last week's winners from the first one. Beautiful, huh? Great Bludini tweets. If you're having issues with the Hangouts, just get some baggier sweatpants there, bud. Hashtag the TMV. Boaz Trilliums. This absolutely killed me. I cracked up reading this during winners. In Peyton's defense, this is the first I've heard about Seahawks fan being loud, signed Lou Ferrigno. Billy! J. Cobb tweets, Cobb sounds drunk, hashtag the TMV. Yeah, that's what I said. And yeah, that's our tweets there. Oh man, what an hour. So what else is going on in sports? Or what else is going on with you? How the kids doing?
Kids are doing well. I guess we're just looking forward to my birthday tomorrow, which is the big 4-0.
Wow, you're young. You're a young guy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've got 4 kids under the age of 7. Brad, I'm 40 with gusts up to 58. So
right.
No, we're just gonna just working this week, and might be on the road later on this week. But yeah, the kids are doing great. Had a great time at the Super Bowl party last night, or I should say the Super Bowl half party, because everybody leaves at halftime because they all have little kids that they kind of get.
Right. Not to mention the game was over. What'd your kids think of the? What'd your kids think of the game? They're all young enough that maybe they don't know so much about it, and it's.
Yeah, I mean, they were just, Henry kept coming in every now and again and saying, the Broncos are still losing, and then he'd walk back out because my wife lived in Denver for a couple years before we were married, so she's a big Broncos fan, and, so Henry was pulling for the Broncos. It was just, and Charlie and Molly and Grace didn't really care about the game because there was a bunch of cookies and chocolate chips and candy that was within their reach. So you got to go with your strengths. And but I mean, speaking of sports, I just want to see what's going to go on with the draft. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see. I was looking this morning on mock draft. Got a bunch of quarterbacks going, and Clowney dropped to number 6. Which this is pre-combine. I mean, that kid's going to go to combine, and people are going to say, "Yeah, that we need him." So, because I don't want to see him go to the Falcons. It just would. I just don't want to see that happen. So
they'd ruin him, huh?
Yeah, I want to see him. I'd love to see him go to the Texans. I just anybody, and it's not because he went to my school, Brad. I look at him and. I can't think of any other specimen like him in the past 10 years. I can't. I mean, he didn't have a great season last season. Everybody thinks he only had 1 hit in 2012, which is completely untrue. I mean, he still had about 4.5 sacks this season after getting double or triple teamed. I mean, the kid is just a machine. He's a machine from one of those, football factories in South Carolina. So
yeah, and it's a lot like Marquise Lee this year. At USC, at the other USC, at the fake USC, the wannabe USC, whatever, at West USC West. After winning the Biletnikoff Award, he was hampered by some injuries, and the coaching change didn't help him out too much. Not to mention the 2 quarterback system didn't help at all at the beginning of the year. So that was a little rough for him, but still he's an absolute beast. He's got great work ethic. He's really tried to improve his skills, as he goes, and he's willing to put it all out on the field, as he's done several times in his college career.
Yeah, and I just think Bridgewater is an exceptional quarterback. I think he's better than I think he's better than Manziel. I just think he is, and I don't think Manziel's going to translate well into the pro game because I don't think offensive coordinators and head coaches are going to want him to scramble as much. They're going to want him to stay in the pocket, and he's a not big dude, and he's going to get hit. I mean, he didn't get hit that much. And
yeah, he's not going to just be able to hurdle people like they're, little speed bumps on a BMX course or something.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to get hit by 30-year-olds that are getting paid to hit people, not by 20-year-olds that are hoping to play for the Falcons or the Browns or anybody in the NFL. I mean, so it's just a different dynamic. If he translates well, that's great. I'm a big fan of Texas A&M. I'm a big fan of SEC, obviously, but I want to see people excel, but I don't think he has it. and I think he's very immature. And once he gets laid out in the NFL, somebody's going to stand over him and do that symbol, that money symbol that he did in the Rice game when he came out of suspension. And he's just going to have to wear that as an albatross, unless he and just takes the hits and takes the licks and keeps on going. I don't know.
I think it's tough to see what teams are going to want to gamble on, because there's a lot of great talent this year, and there's a lot of interesting characters this year too. I think Manziel certainly falls into interesting character. I mean, he's got a pretty good arm, and he's got a very, very good feel for how to direct an offense. Is he? I mean, he could play maybe in a style like Russell Wilson or Colin Kaepernick, except he doesn't seem to be such the physical beast that those two are. But somebody will give him someone will give him a chance.
Yeah, I mean, I think somebody will take a chance on him, and I think they took a chance on Russell Wilson. I mean, it wasn't, he was at NC State and playing very well, and I think he got drafted by the Major League Baseball, or he wanted to get drafted.
Well, he's
state coach said no, and then so he went to Wisconsin, excelled there, and obviously 2-3 years in, what is he? 2 years in? Yeah, he's 2 years in.
2 years in, second year.
So
yeah.
Well,
so, I think on the baseball thing, he's been selected several times. Whatever they do with the draft, with people who want to be in or people who don't want to be in or whatever else. The latest to get him are the Rangers, and there was a guy on Travis Rogers' show this morning talking. Darren Schroeder will like this. He likes the racy language of our show, by the way. Very bare knuckled, he tweets me. But Schrader will like this. T-Raj, the guest on T-Raj, says that what they see in Russell Wilson, even teams trying to draft him now and probably continue to draft him year after year, is maybe a guy who could just come in for a week and set an example, in the off season, and they call it good makeup. That's what they call it. So I think his hairstyle is much better than his makeup, but apparently his makeup is very good. Anyway, I'm gonna go to a quick.
I sent this into Jay. Apparently, collegiate school here in Richmond delayed classes for 2 hours, I think. Yeah, or an hour because the Seahawks won. It's just awesome. I mean,
yeah, definitely.
It's classy.
Yeah, definitely. All right, very good. Well, thank you for joining me this half hour. I wish the technology had worked better than especially the Google Hangouts thing. That's a little bit more fun for everybody. But this worked good. And I will talk to you soon.
Thank you.
All right, take care. And we'll mute him. And you know what? We're really close to our top of the hour, so I don't even know if I'm going to do a music interlude. I'll do like a quick one. How about that? Real quick music interlude. We'll do Raving Lunatic. And apparently, no, we won't. Yes, we will. Welcome to Hour 2 of the Tweeting Warrior videocast with Brad Hutchings and J. Cobb. I'm videocasting until 2 p.m. Pacific. I'm having a great time today. If you're watching this, please share a link with your friends. Plan to have Lawrence Ross sit in, but he was unable to get to us on Hangouts. I'm hoping to bring him in later on, how about those levels? Hoping to bring Lawrence Ross in later on GoToMeeting if he can join us. If he were here, he would say, it's great to be live for Hour 2 of the TMV, Brad. Hey, everybody out there in Warriorland. Welcome to the Tweeting Warrior videocast, home of the premier source of sports fan fiction. Just had to interact with us live. Tweet our show, hashtag TheTMV. Call into the show with the GoToMeeting app for your phone, tablet, Mac, or PC. Our meeting ID is 499-811-893. So this hour we have a lot of stuff that I didn't play last hour because I wasn't fumbling around it. We're going to start with a take from our very own J. Cobb. Oh, and this one is long, and this is a fun listen. Just kick back with a bottle of tequila or something and try to keep up with him.
Cobb's take.
Well, Super Bowl 48 is over, and I guess everyone wants to know what went down with the J. Cobb, Andrew Arnakovich, Avi Twitter bet. Just a little refresher. I don't know how well aware you are that Andrew Arnakovich hates my Justin Bieber car seat Chloe Avi, but long story short is he does, or maybe at this point by the time you're hearing this I could say he did. And he hated it so much I decided, hey, let me do a Super Bowl bet and put my avatar up against his avatar. And Mike in Vegas came in and says, I'll get in on this. I'll Photoshop the new Avies as soon as we find out who the winner is. So Andrew and I set up the bet. Whoever won the bet wouldn't have to do anything. So the winner of the bet wouldn't have to do anything. The loser would be the only one who had to change anything. Whereas if I lost, I would have to remove my Bieber, car seat Chloe, Avi, and I would need to put in the Avi that Mike in Vegas created, and the suggestions I used were take the original Cobb avatar and add the Andrew Arnakovich fish head and have it going into my mouth like I was eating the fish, just like the picture in Andrew Arnakovich's avatar is doing. And if perchance I won the bet, Andrew Arnakovich would have to put a "You Are Here" sign that is the prominent fixture in my profile picture, the one that's just sits squarely above my head in my Twitter Avi, and it would have to relocate, and it would go somewhere prominently in Drew's Twitter avatar picture, and not just his Drew Arnakovich Twitter feed, but also his Get Your Shine Box Spappledink Twitter handle. Both of them would have to be changed, and this was agreed. We had a Twitter handshake on it, whatever that means, and I let Andrew pick the team first. He picked Seattle, I picked Denver, and we all know how that game turned out. So I lost, and at this point of the story, I am waiting for the picture. Maybe by the time you're hearing this, there'll be an update, and I'll have a new picture up on my screen sooner or later, and it should be delicious.
Here's your update. Your update live from the Update Center at the TMV. There is no picture yet. Okay, back to Cobb.
Needless to say, I've got some pretty fantastic tweets here to read. I say they're fantastic because I tweeted them live during the Super Bowl. And I'm just going to read a couple of the highlights here, starting with the Star Spangled Banner, and I'm just going to read them through as if I was reenacting a live tweet read of the Super Bowl, starting from the beginning of the game, going to the end, and you'll notice that I'll be getting progressively slower and more gluttonous and probably more intoxicated through this event. So let's see how it goes. Omaha, can you see? Hashtag SB48. Let's put the Star Spangled Banner. Hashtag fun fact. Superman is named after the Super Bowl, which a lot of people didn't know.
Let me sing that for Cobb because he butchered my rapid-fire misconnection. Omaha, can you see?
Next tweet. Omaha, Omaha, Timmer. I believe that was right after Peyton Manning let the opening snap go over his head for a safety. What a great Star-Spangled Banner. Hashtag real-time Facebook updates. And I probably tweeted that right at the end of the first quarter. T-Mobo, which is in response to Tebow's T-Mobile commercial. T-Mobo, not Tim Tebow, or T-Mobile, but T-Mobo. Anyway, after the game started getting out of hand, John Gruden makes an appearance and goes, "What's going on?" ProFootballTalk.com announces the official attendance for the Super Bowl at 82,529, where I reply, 80,000 of those are Seahawks fans. Another real-time Facebook update. A safety? It's cool. Broncos will turn this around. And that was tweeted right about halftime because my next tweet is I'm not surprised, and it's a link to my Bruno Mars prediction that states the Bruno Mars halftime show is actually going to be really, really good. And during his song Amazing, I tweeted out, "This is my nephew's favorite song." I asked Mike in Vegas, "How's my new Avi coming?" This is probably right after the kickoff return by Percy Harvin that basically just, ended the game for the Broncos early in the third quarter. This game was over. After another Peyton Manning interception, I tweeted, "Well, Jay, it looks like Peyton's legacy will be a Duck Dynasty." Yeah! And then another tweet, "Good trade, Vikings." Facebook real-time updates. Another real-time Facebook update, pick 6. And another T-Mobile tweet, as I'm starting to repeat myself, kind of losing myself in what is a mocking the whole Facebook thing. Drunkenly. Breaking, Peyton Manning to retire at the end of the third quarter. That was probably midway through the third quarter. Here's an interesting tweet. Hillary Clinton tweets, "It's so much fun to watch Fox when it's someone else being blitzed and sacked. Hashtag Super Bowl," where I replied, hashtag oh snap, hashtag shots fired.
Real time again. This is Brad interrupting. Lupe tweets, "I knew it! Jay Cobb is the Carl's Jr. guy. Get your sick Avi changed to a new, more disturbing one. New at Carl's Jr."
That is in direct relation to Bill O'Reilly's interview of Barack Obama. No bipartisanship there. You knew that when Anthony Kiedis said, "Give it away, give it away, give it away now," he was speaking directly to the Broncos. Bravo Kia Great Morpheus commercial. And again, it was foretold is another tweet with a hyperlink to my Anthony Kiedis, "Give it away, give it away, give it away now" turnover tweet. A retweet from Portlandia, a tweet to Greg Toohey, another retweet from Portlandia. What? I don't even know what that's about. That might be about the 24 preview with Jack Bauer. I was pretty psyched about that. During the Bob Dylan Buick commercial, I retweeted,
Hello, can I hear me? Yes, I can. Guys, I had another little crash here. That was not good. Resume Cobb. Oh, I can't resume. Shoot, I can't resume him. Oh, this is awful. This is awful, 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 awful. All right, so Cobb's take is done because I didn't hit pause. I hit stop. Ugh. Okay, so he goes on to say, what does Cobb go on to say here? Could I even play this? Shoot, 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 shoot. I don't know how I'd play it. I don't know how I play it without the soundboard. This is bad. Huh. Travanti's watching me saying, this is fun, watching Brad completely melt down over technology. Yeah, it's great. Edit. No, I can't edit it.
Cobb's take.
Can I fast forward through it?
Well,
No, I can't fast forward through it. This just stinks. Well, okay, so I guess we lost Cobb's take. Cobb, you're on GoToMeeting. Talk to me, buddy.
Hey, man.
Hey, what's going on? You know what? Maybe you could deliver the end of your take, the part where you purposely don't say the name of the Super Bowl MVP, which was actually really, really brilliant. But I had I had Hangouts crash on me in the middle of your take, and I lost my spot.
All right, well, I'll just pick up where I left off at. I mean, I'm probably still a little hungover from last night, so I might somewhat sound like I did last night when I did all these recordings before crashing and going to bed.
Oh, you were awesome. You were awesome last night.
Oh, thanks, Brad. I finished eating some nonsense tweets, and I went into a Super Bowl sports take about, I felt, the Seattle Seahawks were quite reminiscent of the Dallas Cowboys of the 90s. In particular, the head coaches were Pete Carroll from successful college program. You know, Pete Carroll coming from USC, winning a national title, AP, and a BCS title. And Jimmy you guys, you two sounded great during his interview.
All right, you're on again. You're on again. Keep going.
Super Bowl.
Sorry for disappearing again. Google Hangouts crashed. Not my day. Anyway, you were talking about how Pete Carroll was reminiscent of Jimmy Johnson, but tell me something. Who has the best? Who has better hair, Pete Carroll or Jimmy Johnson?
Jimmy Johnson still has great hair. He's always had great hair.
I agree he has great hair, but who has the greatest hair?
Look, don't get me wrong. The fact that Pete Carroll has any hair is good, and Pete Carroll has some good hair.
Well,
he has really good-looking hair, but he doesn't have great hair.
Pete Carroll doesn't have great hair. Okay,
He has good hair.
You are not listening.
Really good head of hair.
You're not listening to the right radio.
Jimmy Johnson has great hair. He has Hall of Fame hair.
Okay. He has Cobb hair is what he's got.
Jimmy Johnson and Cobb have some excellent hair.
They have about the same hair.
They make a fantastic head of hair.
Yes. What do you think about Russell Wilson's makeup? That's another topic of discussion today.
I didn't know he wore makeup.
Well, see, that's when I heard this discussion. That's exactly what I thought too. Is I did not know the guy wore makeup. He doesn't need to. I mean, he's a good-looking dude. He doesn't need to wear makeup. But apparently,
he's got great hair. He doesn't need makeup.
Apparently, the Rangers,
He's a Hall of Fame hair club guy.
The Texas Rangers, are so impressed with his makeup that they drafted him some monkey draft status or whatever, and are hoping that he might come into spring training just to set their locker room right because he has good makeup. You see? Yeah. Well, I didn't actually do that. It was a caller, or was it like one of those baseball expert guys on with Travis Rogers this morning?
Oh, okay.
Yep. Franco Hita tweeted to me, for every time when the computer crashes, and then there's like there's some video that I'm supposed to watch that I'm not going to watch until later. But yeah, I'm sure I know what it is. It's frustrating. 3 more interactions with us. Anyway, continue your take. It was a very good take.
I hope there's not like a TMV out there where like people are finishing their drink every time GoToMeeting crashes or Google Plus Hangouts don't work, because then you're gonna have some sloppy podcast listeners out there.
Yes. Yeah. Very sloppy.
Like did you hear the one like the Omaha drinking game? Like every time you heard Peyton Manning go Omaha.
I didn't hear it once during the game.
People were passing out.
Yeah, I didn't hear him say it once during the game. Did you?
No, you know what? I didn't.
I didn't.
Honestly, the game sounded like it sounded like the Super Bowl was in Seattle. It sounded like they were at like whatever Seattle Stadium's name is.
Right, MetLife Stadium in Seattle.
Field, but that's the one
right.
in Philadelphia.
Right. MetLife Stadium in Seattle.
It sounded like their home field.
Yeah.
It was no bowl.
Yeah.
It must have been 9-10 Seattle Seahawks fans.
So you really thought there were 9? I thought you were being sarcastic, saying that really people who go to Super Bowls really aren't rooters of either team. They just root for whoever's ahead. I thought that was your point, but apparently you weren't making that smart of a point.
Sure. Yeah,
sure.
Go ahead and tell me stupid in my face.
It was a very smart point. It was a very smart point. It was a very smart point, Cobb. I just want to make sure it wasn't lost on anyone.
Did you? Well, the thing is, I looked at all the pictures. Apparently, like, there were some public mass transit issues.
Okay.
Football fans trying to get to the Super Bowl, and I think they were waiting like upwards of an hour and a half trying to get on like subways and buses.
Yeah.
To get to the Meadowlands. And you look at these pictures, and they're all Seahawks fans.
Yeah. Well, they try to keep the Seahawks fans out.
And then, so I'm trying to put like 2 and 2 together, and I'm listening to the game on TV, and it sounds like it's all Seahawks fans. I'm looking at these pictures of fans trying to get to the game, and they're all Seahawks fans.
Yes.
I don't think there was just that many Broncos fans there. I honestly don't. I mean, of course, I don't have any. I'm not Dan Byer. I wouldn't have been there. I wasn't in like the locker room or anything. But my guess is that it was far and away the majority were Seahawks fans. It's like they knew. They knew something that Broncos fans didn't know. I think Broncos fans just knew that they must have heard ahead of time that Denver was going to wear the orange jerseys, and that they already go, oh, it's a loss.
Yeah.
Game over.
Yeah. Well, now what do you think they did with all the Bronco-colored confetti? Do you think that some kids in Africa have got a whole stadium full of Bronco-colored confetti right now?
I was impressed that they actually throw the team color confetti up there. But you know what? I don't think I don't think the kids in Africa are going to get the orange and blue colored confetti yet. They might just save it for a Knicks title.
That could be.
So I mean, yeah, by then it might be recycled mush, but
got a couple of
won't be this year.
Got a couple of tweets to read to you. Boaz Williams tweets us at TheTMV. Hashtag alternative lifestyle Brad to Cobb. Okay. I can't restart you. Hashtag TheTMV. And then we got, let's see here. Then we got the Great Blue Dini tweets. We had team pictures yesterday. I'm a jerk, so I wore a bow tie. Hashtag random facts.
I like it.
Don't know what it had to do with anything, but that's a good tweet, Blue Dini. I appreciate it. Appreciate you picking up our show. So I'm gonna do tweet grab bag here pretty soon. I guess what else do we got here? I've got.
Like 2 minutes.
All right. Well, thanks for coming in and picking me up. I'm sorry this is such a disaster. It'd probably be fun to watch, just me making faces at my screen and stuff like that. And it's like you sabotaged this whole thing, Cobb. It's like you wanted to just be a 1-hour show, pre-recorded, not doing live. Maybe
not true.
With puppets. You wanted I remember you wanted puppets. I let you have everything you wanted, except I said no puppets, dude. We're not going to do puppets. But you wanted puppets.
No.
This is yeah. Anyway, it's like you conspired to make this all happen bad. And the one thing that works, of course, is GoToMeeting. Isn't that the one thing that didn't work before? And now that's what works. That's just, it's wrong. It's like somebody's punishing me for something. Anyway, I'm gonna mute you, and I'm gonna start my tweet grab bag, which is I promise will be riveting.
Great.
All right, dude. Later on. Thanks for calling.
Peace.
Peace. Mute J Cobb. Let's see. Tweet grab bag. All right, let's try. Oh, you know what? I have to actually have the tweets, don't I? So let me get the tweets. Eek. That's not where I wanted them. Here's where I wanted them. And the tweets are. Oh, yeah, that's the first one. And we'll get the second one up. And let's see here. Tweet. Oh, then I've got to. You know what? I don't even have my Amazon thing open. This is terribly dumb. Terribly, terribly dumb. Oh, give me a second here, guys. I got to get my Amazon script open. If I can find it. My Studio. I use this Amazon Studios thing. It's for like screenwriters and screenwriters and for movies and TV. But that's how we show plan. Is I make a corkboard on this thing. So let me get Tweet Grab Bag open. All right, here we go. So I'm gonna. This tells me what to play and all this stuff. So here we go.
Tweet grab bag.
All right, we'll get a little bit of music because that's kind of fun. I don't know. I think that's too loud. I think it's a little too loud. I'm gonna go about 8.9% there. All right. So if you heard the show Friday, you might have heard JJ call out me and Cobb and a couple others by name to rally the troops. Tweet DirecTV. So we did, and the response was overwhelming. So for Tweet Grab Bag today, I'm going to read those tweets, a bunch of those tweets, as a thank you to everyone who jumped on board. But I might just do it without this music because it's driving me bat poop crazy. It's easier when Meet Indeed read over it, I think. Let's see. So first I'm going to read a few tweets from people who can't spell DirecTV and instead tweeted to an unaffiliated account. Yes, you're being spell shamed. Bum, bum, bum. All right, so the people who tweeted to DirecTV. Let's see here. That one didn't count. That one didn't count. The Max Cat tweeted to Direct, D-I-R-E-C-T TV with 2 T's. It doesn't have 2 T's, Max Cat, but you tweeted there. At DirecTV. Time to program shame you into simulcasting J More Sports. Here's your opportunity. Boycott DirecTV. Scott CD tweets. At DirecTV with 2 T's. You misspelled it. We want J More Sports. Beast tweets. DirecTV with 2 T's. I want J More Sports on DirecTV. Michael Rutledge tweets. I want J More Sports. That, again, is at DirecTV with 2 T's. Dan Meek, spelling champion of the world. We want J More Sports at Direct_TV_. Okay? Buffalo Phil, at DirecTV with 2 T's. I want J More Sports on TV. Mead Indeed from Canada. You know what? I'm going to give Mead a pass. It's probably just the Canadian spelling, but he tweeted at DirecTV with 2 T's. It's the Canadian spelling. We're going to let him go. Virginia Gamecock, Sloan. Okay. Dude. Spelling. It's 1 T. Get J More Sports on TV. J More 37 and his crew are good people. They helped me adopt children from Africa. Okay, and they're going to look at that, and they're going to be in total disbelief, but I can vouch for that. They did. They just didn't help you with your spelling. Nick Cook tweets, as a DirecTV customer, I need J More Sports. Solajar, we want to see J More Sports on DirecTV. Yeah, I'm getting all confused by something here. What is confusing me? That's what's confusing me. You know what? These levels are fighting me again. Beautiful. Love it. Adrian Freedom. I demand a J More channel on Direct. Oh, he didn't actually misspell it. He just didn't tweet to them. It's just, I see. Philip Juarez tweets to Direct. He actually tweeted the right thing. This search just didn't work. Etchitman misspelled this. Stephen Wright. I just got Indirect TV. It's installed at my neighbor's house. I watch it by his windows at DirecTV. That's pretty funny, actually. That's like an Etchitman DirecTV tweet. Julian Aguero. We want J More Sports on DirecTV with 2 T's. J More is the greatest radio host in the history of the world. Make this happen. Never mind Direct. Okay, this is Jason Bullitt. Never mind DirecTV. You should get on Fox Sports 1 as well, JJ. And Jason Bullitt also tweets, DirecTV are bums. They're bums if they don't simulcast J More Sports, JJ. Jimmy Nashville tweets, oh no, he didn't screw that up. Paul Ruff screwed this up. Good job, Paul. One Rough Dog is his Twitter handle. At DirecTV with 2 T's misspelled. Get JMore37 on TV. Hashtag, that's terrific. That's terrific. JMore Sports. Cash McCoy tweets, DirecTV. You know what? He didn't screw that up. I apologize. Frank Linker tweets, at direct_TV_. We want JMore Sports. We want JMore37. Greatest sports talk show out there. And they're not boring like Dan Patrick. Zzz. Heath Wilson tweets. Let's see. He didn't screw that up. But he did. Julian Aguero tweets, hey, DirecTV with 2 T's, why can't my genie find JMore Sports? Oh, yeah, because you don't have JMore37 on TV. What's up with that? I don't know. What's up with that? What's up with that? That could be like the TMV feature. What's up with that? But let's go on, and I want to thank all the people who actually did this right because they are amazing. So I'm going to get all these. There's a lot of these. But I'm going to start with the very, very first one, which was actually a week early, and it was from Brian C60, or Brian in San Pedro, who calls Rapid Fire. Good guy. Hope your wife's doing good, Brian. I want to get to your tweet here, and I'm just scrolling down through all these tweets, and I'm going to give everybody credit. It may take 20 minutes to give everybody credit, but I'm going to give everybody credit for tweeting. This is Brian C60 on January 24th, a week earlier, at JMore37. That's what you get trying to put up a sorry receiver up against me at DirecTV to at Dish, trying to get hashtag JMore Sports a new sponsor. How prescient that was, Brian. What a smart, smart tweet. Because a week later, J. Cobb tweets, at DirecTV, spelled right with 1 T. I could get used to this. And he sent a picture of, Maddie and Tui and JJ in the DirecTV studios in New York. And Jacob also tweets that he wants some of the JMore Sports DirecTV swag. Like, for real, though. Cheats tweets, DirecTV, we want JMore Sports. I tweeted, we want JMore Sports. The Real Hey Sean, we want JMore Sports. Frank Ojeda, we want JMore Sports. Aaron M., Joe Herbst, Rick Cartagena, going rounds. G Money, Derek Dawson Esquire, I think that means he's a lawyer. Doug Beaumont, Funny How, Sir Vegas, Neil Klug, Mike in Indiana, Joe Kennard, Jason Moeller, Joey D. Cass, that'd be Joey and Gardena. They're all, I want JMore Sports at DirecTV. All these tweets are about the same. James Williams, Kelly William, I want JMore Sports. Timo Holleran, I want JMore Sports now! I want JMore Sports now! I want an Oompa Loompa now! Robert Juarez, I want JMore Sports. Joseph Gerard, I want JMore Sports. Hashtag We Beat Auburn. That would be at JT Wells 4, wants JMore Sports. Justin Lackey wants JMore Sports. Zippy Tarts wants JMore Sports on TV. Eddie Grinnell wants JMore Sports. Trey Jones wants JMore Sports. J.R. Wilson wants JMore Sports. Aaron Gerbasi wants JMore Sports. Ty Van Pelt wants JMore Sports. D. Jackson. Okay, now I'm totally confused about this, okay, because there's Derek Jackson, D. the Seahorse, and there's this D. Jackson 26 guy. And I don't think it's the same guy. In fact, because I know Derek, and Derek wouldn't have like a fake account or anything. But anyway, D. Jackson 26 wants JMore Sports. Man of Letters wants JMore Sports. David Steinmetz, JMore Sports would hashtag make me feel great. Bill Baxter wants JMore Sports. Swag Champ wants JMore Sports. Greg Makos, I want JMore Sports on TV. Greg in Pensacola. Greg Burgess wants JMore Sports. Rob Johnson, that's Buffalo Brew fan, wants JMore Sports. Andrew Cass, we want JMore Sports. Alan Alphas. You know what? I should know how to pronounce it. Alan Outhouse wants JMore Sports. Cease Beeston wants JMore Sports. Erica Rand wants JMore Sports. Gabriel V wants J More Sports. Reed, that would be at Breed954, wants J More Sports. Brian C60 wants J More Sports on the air. Dave Miller wants J More Sports. High-ranking official. That's at Not What You Think. We want J More Sports on TV. Dave Franken, we want J More Sports. Pants Rigor Mortis wants J More Sports. J Cobb wants J More and J More Sports. He wants J More and J More Sports. J Cobb wants more than everybody else. That's why JJ called him out. Hashtag it's not me. Hashtag it's we. Troy Lundquist wants J More Sports. Robert Quadra. Blah, blah. Robert wants a J More Sports. Travis Jackson wants J More Sports. Armando Yato wants J More Sports. Luke wants J More Sports. Steamboat Sean wants J More Sports. Darren West. French Fry Phil. Justin Flagg. Eric Smith. Mike in Vegas want J More Sports. Patrick Shelfout wants J More Sports. Christopher Phillips. Foco. Christopher Phillips wants J More Sports. Foco. Hey, DirecTV, I want J More Sports on my TV. Do it. Enrique De Leon. He wants J More Sports. Brendan Polito. You got to put J More Sports on TV. If any radio show should be on this one, come on, man. PB Auto Collector wants J More Sports. Jock Snitch wants J More Sports. Joey Gardenia again wants J More Sports. Brian Wilson wants J More Sports. Wes Cox wants J More Sports. Between You and I, that would be at Between You and I. And I hear me saying somebody wants J More Sports. Pat, I'm going to mute you. I hear you on there. I'll unmute you in a minute. Between You and I, DirecTV, a follow to get J More Sports with his own show on with the AM show. Let's do this. John McGee wants, I need J More Sports on TV. Genevieve's #1 fan. That would be Vito Violante. Insider, we want J More Sports on DirecTV. Braden Klassen wants J More Sports added to the lineup. Norm, he wants J More Sports on TV. Adrian Sherman wants J More Sports. Jeremy wants J More Sports. Steve Franklin, he'll take J More Sports on DirecTV over all those damn infomercial channels. Cheech, I don't even have DirecTV right now, but I'll switch if they get J More Sports. Ryan Meadows wants J More Sports. Ernie Martinez wants J More Sports. I am Tyler Durden. That's Scott. Wants J More Sports. Ryan AM wants J More Sports. Matty Ice. Hey, man, we want J More Sports. Hey, man. Joe S. wants J More Sports. Igkodama713 wants J More Sports. Craig wants J More Sports. Paul Berger wants J More. Who needs Skinamax when we can have J More Sports? Ronnie $2 wants J More Sports. Tommy Hughes wants J More Sports. James Harrison. Hey, DirecTV, we want J More Sports. David Brown. David Brown wants J More Sports. DJ Carlisle. We want J More Sports simulcast. Pronto. Boaz Williams wants to J More Sports. Off-Road wants J More Sports. DirecTV live now. Off-Road 1, Off-Road, Rockstar Energy, Red Bull, Monster Energy Racing. Baja Racing. I was going to go Bajara King. What the hell is Bajara King? No, that's Baja Racing. John Gonzalez wants J More Sports. Joe Lafferty wants J More Sports. Rico and Ankeny, we want J More and J More Sports televised on DirecTV. Do you guys get this? Is overwhelming. Menace to Society wants a J More Sports. Sometimes you wean. Zach Fa, Meter Man, JB Castillo, Jamin Madrid, Bobby, they all want J More Sports. Eric Hill, Pamela Wade Watkins, Robert Dury, Miles Maxek, Matt Ball, Joe Faulkner, Dave Buckholtz wants a J More Sports. Actually, he wants J More Sports on DirecTV and a cable channel so he can DVR it. Taylor Dochette wants get J More a TV deal already. He's the best radio show in the world. Yep, I said it, the world. Tyrant the Hawk wants a J More Sports. Jim Walker wants J More Sports. Charlie in San Diego. Jacob in Ventura. Joseph Warnken. It looked like Wankin. Joseph Warnken wants J More Sports. Green Bay Badger wants J More Sports. Charles in San Diego wants J More Sports. He wants a simulcast. Eric Hills wants J More Sports on TV. Joseph Eden wants J More Sports. Go Blue in Columbus. Make the world a better place. Give us J More Sports. Oh, okay. Dane wants J More Sports. Give it to me. Lupe, I need J More Sports on my TV every day. Sil Jones, Twitter hat-trick winner today, wants J More Sports on TV. Nick Cook, as a DirecTV customer, I need J More Sports. Kevin Troutman wants J More Sports. Mike Robinson, give me J More Sports. Kim Genovese, First female Twitter Hat Trick Club winner. That would be Mike with his tail tucked between his legs. DirecTV, we want J Moore Sports. Nathan Hamilton, we want J Moore Sports simulcast. Beverage Intel, we want J Moore Sports. Between you and I, Bose. This is Bose Fitness, not Bose Trilliums. Steve Edwards wants the J Moore Sports. Frank wants Jay and Crew on TV. The Great Blue Dini. So, we getting J Moore Sports on simulcast? Do I have to bring my herd of cows to DirecTV corporate offices for a massage? It sounds like a threat. Steve Franklin. J Moore Sports Crew needs to be on TV. Pat O'Brien's chair. We want J Moore Sports. Joe S. If you get J Moore Sports on TV, I'll cancel my cable subscription. Grand Munition wants his J Moore Sports. Cheech. I usually drunk text ex-girlfriends on Friday nights, but I will drunk tweet DirecTV instead. J Moore Sports. BP on the air. No better cast of real characters. J Cobb tweets, paying attention, Brad Hutchings, Warrior Rally, DirecTV, we want J Moore Sports. Rock On wants J Moore Sports. Dylan Fay wants J Moore Sports. Mike Robinson, 40s announcer, come on down to DirecTV and see the shenanigans of J Moore Sports. I think that was more like that wasn't 40s announcer. That was like auction announcer. Come on down to DirecTV and see the shenanigans of J Moore Sports. Everybody gets a Hummer. Everybody gets a Hummer. Coach O gets a Hummer. Coach O gets a Hummer on J Moore Sports. There you go, Mike. CJ from Irvine, I want my J Moore TV simulcast now. Nick Matterin, he's an almost Twitter Hat Trick Club winner, demands J Moore Sports simulcast. Almost. I got you, kid. Dala tweets, I want J Moore Sports. Make it happen, and I'll drop Comcast like Bun B Trill OG drops rhymes. CC the real Hey Matty. We want J Moore Sports. Make it happen, or I'll keep the keys to the blimp. That's Brandon Smith. Big fatty face. Big fatty face. Isn't that the DirecTV commercial so you don't end up like Big Fatty Face? That has got to be like the most... that's disturbing, that commercial. I mean, some people just have fat faces and then they're going to be called Big Fatty Face by kids? That's horrible. Anyway, he wants J Moore Sports. Let's see here. My browser is hung up again. Beautiful. Nice. I hope I don't lose... Oh, here we go. It's actually Cobb sending me a direct message saying, good job riding this ship. Well, we tried here. You know what? In the middle of this, I'm going to get Pat Delaney on. Pat, you're from England. Can you hear me?
Hello, actually. Who the hell is Jay Moore? Why is he so damn popular?
Well, this is his radio show we listen to from 9 to 12 on the Pacific here. Which is, like late time for you. But no, he's a comedian, he's a podcaster, and he's got this 3-hour sports show, which is absolutely bananas. It's hilarious to listen to, and it's kind of what brings all these people who listen to us together, that they just want a little bit more of it, and so that's what me and Cobb kind of sort of try to pretend to do.
Well, you said he seems a very popular chap.
He's very popular. He's a really, really good guy too, and when he does his shows, all of us try to go to his shows. He does them across the country, and if he's in our neighborhood, we try to go to his show, and he's just a really good guy. Cobb and I spent a good 20 minutes just talking to him way after his show, after his meet and greet was done. He spent a good time with us, and he's funny as hell. And anyway, yeah, this is kind of why we all do this. He wants his radio show simulcast on DirecTV. So he put out the call on his radio show Friday for me and Cobb and a couple other people to round up all the troops and get them to tweet, and that's what they all did, and that's what I'm reading right now. What are you up to, and what do you think of our Super Bowl?
I thought it was hilarious. Because we don't finish here till 3 o'clock in the morning with it, but it's worth saying. On Channel 4 they had it. Is it Terrell Davis?
Yeah, Terrell Davis. He was a running back for the Broncos way back in the day. Real. That guy's a stud. He just ran through everything. He was on their 2 Super Bowl teams that won in the late 90s.
Well, he was part of the studio team.
Mm-hmm.
And as the evening was going on, he looked more and more like someone had stolen his teddy bear and was doing things to it. That's good. So I guess I didn't... Fellow commentators weren't exactly nice to him. They were really giving him grief.
Oh, so they
finally got on the scoreboard. They just came around to him and said, well, at least you haven't got 0 anymore.
So was
That
that
didn't go down too well.
was that an English simulcast that had Terrell Davis on it?
Sorry?
Was that an English simulcast like for you guys in on the old country or that had him? I guess I
missed that there.
You know what? I missed seeing Terrell Davis yesterday. I guess I didn't notice it, so I'm thinking maybe they had like an English simulcast that you watched on. Didn't you say on like Channel 4 or something like that?
Yeah, basically it's a UK broadcast.
Right.
So yeah, you wouldn't have seen that. But what was actually really good was that they didn't have any adverts at all for the second half. So whereas you guys, you make your people pay that, what was it, $4 million for 30 seconds?
Yeah.
We just don't bother. We just play the whole second half without any interruptions, which was actually quite nice.
Well, you know, actually, a lot of fans here, it would have been nice if they could have just watched commercials, you know, the Super Bowl commercials the entire second half without being interrupted by the game. That would have been ideal for many of them.
Is that a big thing over there with the adverts?
That's why they go for $4 million for 30 seconds. They're a very, very big thing. That's what everybody's talking about today, is which Super Bowl ad they like the most. I mean, they're certainly not talking about the game other than Seattle just, you know, curb stomped them. Yeah. Yeah, that's they're a big thing here. You'll probably even be, you know, when you get out here next month, you'll probably even be seeing some remnants from the Super Bowl ads.
You think so?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Especially in Vegas.
Crazy.
Yeah.
You know, trying to avoid adverts like the plague. Over there, you talk about them the days afterwards.
You know what? That's why they pay $4 million for them for 30 seconds. That, you know, that most of them are pretty terrible. They're actually pretty bad this year. I don't think anybody. I think the only ad I liked. I don't know if they showed it. Well, they probably didn't show it in the UK, but it was. I don't even. Oh, it was for Audi. And it was about a car that didn't have compromise, and the idea that the compromise they set up was this couple wanting to get a dog, and so it was like a Doberman and a Pomeranian that they crossed.
I've seen that.
Yeah. And it had Sarah McLachlan getting bit up with her guitar by this, you know, Pomeranian or whatever, the Doberonian or whatever it was. It was funny, but
Anyway. The Broncos defensive line could have done with that.
Yeah, well, it did look like that. They got taken to taken to the woodshed by that dog all game long. Anyway, so you guys watch this once a year, I guess, and this of course is going to make you all want to come out and watch, you know, whatever teams we ship over to you for the London games. I guess you get 3 next year, right?
Yes, I mean we got. They don't advertise it very well. It was only recently that I found out we got more than one.
Mm-hmm.
I even got the Cowboys coming over, which I wouldn't mind going to see.
Oh, that's cool.
But actually, I was talking to Brad about this. But I was just thinking about all the guys over there with season tickets. You know, they're losing a home game. That must really get up their noses, you know, because you don't get a lot of home games over there.
Yeah, well, you're talking to Brad about this now too, you know.
I am.
Yeah. Oh, Pat, giving you a bad time. No, that's right. I mean, that's the you buy the season tickets, and you know you get to stay up until 1 in the morning or whenever to watch your, you know, hopefully watch your game. That's quite a trek if you want to make it. Although that wouldn't be it'd be a nice little vacation. You know, go see your football team play in London and.
Yeah, not Wembley. That's not very nice. you don't want to go there.
Too much.
It's the kind of place you go, you watch the game and get out as fast as humanly possible.
Yeah. I guess. Let's see. You know, we got a whole bunch more tweets here. I still want to read all these because I want to give everybody recognition because I asked them to tweet, and they all did. And this is just, you know, to me, it's humbling. I mean, maybe, okay, look, Jay Moore on his radio show asked all these people to tweet, and they tweeted. But I asked them to tweet, and maybe like 5 of these people tweeted. So that humbles me. Continuing on, Worldwide Phil, J Moore Sports, Dr. T demanding J Moore Sports. I know I got Philip Juarez before I put you on. He wants J Moore Sports. Mike Allen tweets J Moore simulcast, a simulcast, whatever a simulcast is. Just make sure you adjust the massage machine and have proper ventilation. Is that That's not like he's not making like a joke about cows there. You think is he? Maybe. I don't know. Thomas Klein, DirecTV, get Jay Moore on TV, please. Best sports radio show. Sterling Archer, get Jay Moore on TV. Ryan and Ames, get Jay Moore. Steamboat Sean, come on, DirecTV. We demand to see Jay Moore Sports on the Flickr show. We'll tune in daily and see the boys shame themselves. Steve Edwards, give us an update before you get off the air. How many Jay Moore Sports DirecTV so far? Tweets so far? Well, like 20 minutes worth, Steve. It's pretty a lot of tweets. Jacob in Ventura, he'll buy a subscription if you guys get Jay Moore Sports, and he kind of likes his cable provider. How about that? Hook'em Dano, give us Jay Moore Sports, or we'll force this puppy to watch sad Sarah McLaughlin videos. That's sad. Joe Javins, what's going on? We need Jay Moore Sports. Lupe, we will not rest until Jay Moore Sports is simulcast. Funny How tweets, hey DirecTV, add Jay Moore Sports, and I might just pay my bill on time. Excuse me. Jay in San Antonio, do it. Spappledink, give Jay Moore Sports a show, please. Best radio show ever, needs to be seen. Sean Patrick Murray, we want Jay Moore Sports on TV. Funny How, hey DirecTV, you have 6 channels showing me how to make 2 additions to my house I can't afford. Add Jay Moore Sports for us regular Joes. David Steinmetz tweets, this is a picture, and I can't tell if this is supposed to be a stormtrooper or a pirate, but he wants Jay Moore Sports. Mike in Vegas wants Jay Moore Sports, and then he's tweeted an actual picture. Actually, see, Dave's was ASCII art, so it's kind of tough to tell what it is. Mike in Vegas tweets this actual picture wanting Jay Moore Sports, and this picture is a cat with its tail sticking up straight in the front between its legs. Disgusting, Mike. Don't bring down my talk show. Cheech tweets, that was cruel, JJ. I'm not going to drunk tweet DirecTV now. Okay, I am. Get Jay Moore Sports on the picture box. Jack Tripper wants Jay Moore Sports. Brad Treptow wants Jay Moore Sports. Brian C. wants Jay Moore Sports on the air. Rockin' Ramos wants Jay Moore Sports on DirecTV. Make it happen. Warriors Unite. 12 wants Jay Moore Sports, and we want it now. Brian C. wants Jay Moore Sports on the airwaves. He wants it a lot. Jiao Yao. Jiao Yo. I want Jay Moore Sports. Brian C. wants them to please put Jay Moore Sports on their program. He's tweeting a lot. I am Tyler Durden. We will get Jay Moore Sports on TV. Made me feel great. Big Mike. Hey, man. DirecTV. When can I start watching Jay Moore Sports? Now, that's how to do it, Mike. You phrase it like they're going to make it happen, so they have to answer with a particular date and commit to it. That's a very smart tweet. Brian C. DirecTV has the best service out there. Please put Jay Moore Sports on. That's effective too, Brian. That's sucking up to them. Charles in San Diego. Let's go. Let's trend. Jay Moore Sports simulcast. And, I clicked his hashtag here, and basically there's like one tweet with that. So you just have to do @DirecTV, Jay Moore Sports, and then, people who are looking for these tweets can find them. I found all these. DJ C tweets, we want Jay Moore Sports. Brian C tweets, DirecTV. Now he's trying to butter him up, so they'll do this. DirecTV puts other receivers to shame, just like Richard Sherman. Please add Jay Moore Sports to your program. You see, he's referring back to his tweet, which launched this a week ago. Very smart tweet, Brian. Brian C tweets, I want my Jay Moore Sports. I think I sang that badly. Nate tweets, we need Jay Moore Sports on now. We ride together. Edward Vega, I want and you guys need Jay Moore and Jay Moore Sports. Nick Denieri, I want Jay Moore Sports. Randy Wilson, Jay Moore would be the best decision this company makes since the NFL Sunday Ticket. Jay Moore Sports. JB Castillo, Jay Moore is about to get the airways pregnant and make a company a lot of money. Make it happen. That's an impersonation of, just so you know, Pat, that's an impersonation of, oh wow, my mind went blank. My mind went totally, Tracy Morgan, that's who it is. Wow. Brian C. tweets, we want it, so do it. Oh, he tweeted a picture. Do I need to know what's in this picture? I don't know. Oh, that's a good picture. I'm going to retweet that, except I'll just retweet it from my own account here. So you can all see this picture. Jared Sheridan, we want Jay Moore and Jay Moore Sports on TV. Edward Vega. Hey, DirecTV, I was watching TV the other day and was thinking, what is this missing? Oh, I know. Jay Moore 37 and Jay Moore Sports Crew. Steve tweets, DirecTV, look at the game tape! Putting Jay Moore on TV makes complete sense. Edward Vega tweets, to be honest, DirecTV, I don't have you guys, but I know Jay Moore and Jay Moore Sports need to be on TV. If not, Fox Sports 1, put your name on it. JB Castile. If you don't know, now you know Biggie. If you don't know now, you know Biggie. Get Jay before you can't afford him and get these. Whoa, let's see here. We're just going to stop with that tweet. That's going a place I don't want to go. Brian C., please put Jay Moore Sports on DirecTV. Your ratings will go through the roof like Dan Beyer top five story about German cows. Okay, so I don't know if you guys like know about Germany in the UK, Pat, but I don't know if you know about Germany in the UK, but apparently recently there's this barn and there's like these German cows and they're all, to be milked and whatever. They have this automatic, it helps to massage the cows to milk them. So they have this automatic massager, but apparently what happens when you massage these cows with the automatic massager is they get a lot of gas, and something sparked or whatever else and blew the roof off the barn from all the gas buildup from the cows. Yeah, well, I know it's how Germany is solving their energy problem. They shut down all their nuclear plants. Exactly. So they're doing very, very well.
Who's this Great Blue Dini character? He says you should start pat shaming me now.
I should start pat. I see. Great Blue Dini is he's in Rochester, New York, and he's a big fan of the show, and he's been a big fan of the show since day one, just like I have. And he and I go way.
Don't you ever talk about me, Blue Dini. I'm telling you, don't do it.
Now, I'll tell you, the funny thing is, the first time I went to see Jay in person, I brought my buddy Dave. Dave is an immigrant to the U.S. from Ghana, and he's a big, tall dude. I'd say he's about 6'4", probably a solid, when he's like in good shape, probably a 6'4", a solid 235 or 240, although he slips up a little bit sometimes, he gets a little heavier than that, but he was in really, really good shape last May. And Blue Dini was, I tweeted this picture of him because he had no idea what was going on with this. He had a great time at the show and everything, but he had no idea what was going on with the show or Jay Moore or any of this stuff. And I tweeted a picture of him, and Great Blue Dini made some snide comment about him on Twitter, and I think they got into a little Twitter fight, although David didn't have his Twitter account, so I had to kind of fight through. I had to let David fight through my Twitter account. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that Great Blue Dini has a great way of basically angering all of my friends that I bring into the podcast. So he's continuing a tradition with you, and I don't think he means anything by it. He might mean something by it. But if he does, it's perfectly harmless. Let's see here. Getting the rest of these. Hey, DirecTV, do you got Jay Moore on TV? It would be cool if you did. That was Brian C. Brad Dittner, do it. Dave Smith, I want Jay Moore Sports. Jorge Alvarez, my sister Loop-de-Loo is in Twitter jail. I couldn't be prouder. Jay Moore Sports. Amy, we want Jay Moore Sports. Sock Hero, I want my Jay Moore Sports on TV. Don't get left behind. Be a sport. Put your name on it. Menace to Society. 4 million listeners repping Jay Moore Nation. Make it happen, or maybe Time Warner TV or Cox could do their homework. Travanti Jaramillo, well, Jay, your request of the fans certainly was DirecTV. Hashtag shoehorning Caruso. I should go, yeah, we demand it. Excuse me. Jay Marsh 85. DirecTV, we want to see Jay Moore and the Jay Moore Sports crew. 34 OLB, we want Jay Moore Sports. Mike Robinson, when are you getting Jay Moore Sports on the air? Daryl Sample, I want Jay Moore Sports. Menace to Society, you have a channel called Dog TV just for dogs? Oh, this is supposed to be a Pacino. Are you telling me that you can't get Jay Moore 37 a show? That's a terrible Pacino, but anyway. He put it in the tweet. I have to do it. Menace to Society. Cox help. We need Jay Moore Nation are trying to get a simulcast for Jay Moore 37 to Jay Moore Sports. That's 4 million listeners. DirecTV, you see this? Oh, so he's threatening to go to a competitor. That's a smart move, too. Brian Becker, yeah, we're going to need you guys to go ahead and simulcast Jay Moore 37 and get the greatest talk show on the airwaves. Redskins for life. I want Jay Moore Sports live. The Dan Patrick Show sucks. Cobb loves that tweet. Redskins for life. Put your name on it. We need a Jay Moore simulcast. Brian C., we demand it. Sparky, dear DirecTV, could you please put Jay Moore 37 and Jay Moore Sports crew on TV so I don't have to switch to cable if they beat you to it? Hashtag please. Bryson Lindsay, DirecTV, J More Sports, Brandon Smith. Hey, DirecTV, if you put J More Sports on the air, I'll write your commercials for you, pro bono, and I'm a writing sumbitch. That guy must write commercials or something. Sir Vegas, we want J More Sports. We want J More Sports. I want J More Sports on my TV. Sir Vegas is all over this. If J More Sports gets simulcast, I will come. Oh, Johnny Ringo. If J More Sports gets simulcast, I will come on and reshave my brows. Now, he'll do it, so definitely get him on. Get J More Sports on DirecTV, and Johnny Ringo can shave his eyebrows again. More Sir Vegas tweets. Bill Deemer. Oh, there's always Pac-12 Network. Spotto, never mind. Sir Vegas. Let's see, I got a couple more minutes here. Direct Menace Society. You want J More Sports, you need J More Sports. 4 million viewers, can't be wrong. Brian C. again. We want it. Cheech. Hey, DirecTV. J More 37 made me feel great, you know? And I'm a pretty fussy watcher. So one of the characters on this show, the guy who does the sports updates, the guy who brought us the news about Germany, he's a pretty fussy eater. He said it once, and basically it's been repeated every day 100 times for 6 months. Let's see here. J More, M-O-R-E. DirecTV, I'm not worthy of my own simulcast show, but J More 37 and J More Sports would kill. By the way, J-M-O-R-E is Johnny Ringo. J More Fan Site, this is Stephen Houston. The Warriors are the most loyal fans in the nation. We want J More Sports on TV. Menace to Society. If loving J More Sports is wrong, you don't want to be right. Now J More 37 has a now J More 37 has a simulcast. That's supposed to be a spurrier. Menace to Society. The best 6 hours of daytime TV. Jason Bullitt. I'm rooting hard for DirecTV and Fox Sports 1 to air J More Sports. Former Mayor Menino. That's a Boston mayor who can't talk. Let's see. Sparky wants J More Sports. Sparky wants J More Sports. Downtown Timmy Brown. Simulcast or we riot. That's a good. I like that. Simulcast or we riot. Brian C. From the amount of retweets on my timeline, DirecTV and the Warriors have spoken. We want J More Sports on before another company gets it. Menace to Society. We're about done with these. Sparky gets a whole bunch in. He wants his J More Sports, Sparky, Heath Wilson. I don't want to go in the water. They got kingfish. J More Sports on DirecTV needs to happen. That's a good tweet. Joe Zakuski, put J More on the TV, please. Dr. T, put J More or don't. It's 1979. Buy Apple or don't. Let's not quibble. Just give J More 37 a contract. All right. That's I tell you what. That's where we're gonna. Oh, Doug Rule. We'll end with him. You know, I was thinking DirecTV, how cool it would be to create a show about Germans remodeling barns. Oh yeah, and J More Sports. So that's our tweet grab bag, our 30-minute tweet grab bag for the week. All the people who wrote to DirecTV asking for J More Sports on TV. Thank you very much. I appreciate you doing that for us. Pat, I'm going to mute you here, and then I'm going to do the ending of the show.
No assholes.
All right. Thanks for coming on.
All right. Thanks.
And ending of the show. Let's see here. Thank you, Bump. Yeah, I was going to read the thank you bump, and I opened the welcome bump. That's not the bump I wanted. This is the bump you wanted. Well, anyway, you know what? Thanks to everybody who came on. Thanks for listening. This was a disaster from a technical view today, but you know we couldn't ground through it and got some stuff done. So I appreciate that. Cobb and I are gonna have an announcement about when we're gonna be doing future shows. It's looking like Sunday afternoons from this point forward. Cobb will be back on live, and you know maybe we'll put one of these together and not screw it up so bad. And we'll talk to you guys soon. Lates.